What's going on, traders? We're going to get straight into it. Like, subscribe, comment your thoughts below. Let's get into the video. Now, I have to remain bullish. Okay, I know you guys are tired of me saying it over and over, but I have to remain bullish. Why? Because we have done absolutely nothing. We've held above key levels, and we saw basically a repeat of yesterday. Now, heading into tomorrow, all the way into Friday, I do expect more volatility into the market, and then we actually pick some type of direction. That's typically what happens. We see more action in the middle of the week, so I am expecting that. What I would like to see on the SPY is at least break and hold above 495, and then after that, 497, and then I will be looking for a move towards 500. As far as downside goes, I will look for a break and hold below 488 before I start actually being bearish. And then after that, I will look for a move all the way down to 480. Okay, so those are the moves that I'm looking for as far as being bullish. And if you're a bear, expect downside, and you're expecting downside, those are the move I'm looking for as far as downside. If we're looking at the Qs, now, if we're looking at the Qs, I am expecting some type of downside towards this gap fill at 422. But until then, until we get some type of confirmation, I have to remain bullish on the Qs as well. You can say this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern. It's not the most cleanest of patterns, but I do see the vision. Somebody pointed this out to me on the Discord, so I do actually see the vision. It's not the cleanest. Again, I would prefer at least a bigger head and shoulders pattern, but I absolutely do see it. So be on the lookout for this. If we break above 430, I do think the market is going to go absolutely parabolic, and I'm looking at a move towards 436. If we get a move towards 436 and just somehow break above that, I would look at a move at 438, 440. But that's as far as that goes. That's all I'm looking at as far as the Qs. Now let's look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones has been carrying the market lately. It's just absolutely been going insane. Again, I have reason to believe that we're just going to continue up and towards 40K on the Dow Jones. Okay, so that's the move I'm expecting. If the Qs and if the market does just so happen to break out and go higher, I think the Dow Jones will obviously follow behind and head towards 40K. Okay, so and just in case you guys don't know, this is the Dow Jones. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at as far as the overall market. Let's look at the IWM. Now, in recent videos, I've continued to say that I am bearish on IWM, and I still am. Okay. If we look here, oh, almost took a trade. If we look here on IWM, what happened? We broke below this trend. So we got one, zoom out real quick. We got one, two, let's just lock this, three, and then we finally broke below it. Okay, so that is the move that I am looking for. Okay, I do think IWM has a little more room to the upside, maybe 195 before we start seeing that break below. Okay, so those are the moves that I'm expecting on the IWM. When this move happens, probably will be when we get that data on Thursday. That could be the move, or maybe something happens tomorrow. I don't know. But we are heading towards this gap fill at around 194.6, 195. So after that gap fill, I do think that we are going to reject and head back down. And my target move as far as the Dow Jones is not the Dow Jones, IWM is 185 towards this 200 daily SMA, and after that, we'll see. Okay, so a lot of traders, a lot of YouTubers are bullish on this thing. I personally don't see it. This is a very strong trend that we broke, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, then I'll make another video and say, hey, I'm wrong. Sorry for not predicting the future, right? But moving on. As far as stocks that I am looking at, I like Apple. I really, really like Apple. I've been talking about this thing for a minute now. Uh, I believe it's going to see 200. I truly do. So if I was going to get into Apple, I will go long on this. I would actually add like a good amount of time on it, but I do believe Apple is going to go to 200. What I would like to see on Apple, we already got our retest of 187 right here. So about 187, 188, and we already got our retest, so I do expect a move higher. If we just so happen to close and mount above 190, I do believe that Apple is going to head towards 193. If we get a close and mount above 193, I do think Apple is going to start heading towards 200. Now, of course, there are levels before that, but regardless, again, I think Apple is going to head towards 200. The Vision Pro is insane. If you haven't checked it out, absolutely check it out. It's insane. So I think they have that going for them. Unless some news comes out that they start catching on fire or something, you know how these things go sometimes. Then I do believe Apple is undervalued right now, and I think it deserves to be at least above 200. So if I was going to trade Apple, I would definitely look for some long contracts on it heading into maybe March or even as far as May. But for now, Apple is one of my favorite trades. As you guys can see, we rejected multiple levels down here. We rejected 180, which is our daily support level, and then we rejected our weekly trend line here. We also broke above 187, 180, 187.5, 188, and I do think we're going to continue higher for the rest of the week. As far as how far we go, I will look for again amount and a break amount above 190. That's the move I'm looking at as far as Apple. Next stock I'm looking at is Boeing. Boeing actually does look pretty good here. It is under the 200 daily SMA, and we do have a triple bottom here. Okay, so one, two, three. We have a triple bottom. They're not the cleanest. It's not exactly the cleanest, but a triple bottom is a triple bottom. And as you guys can see, we broke above this trend. So I do think Boeing is going to start seeing some upside. If we break above the 200 daily SMA, which is around 214, we break and mount this. So to give you guys some type of vision here. We break, we head towards 217, 218 range. What did I do? 218 range. We probably mount 214 before heading higher. Okay. That would be the ideal move for Boeing. Again, if we break this neckline at around 218, I do think Boeing is going to start heading towards this gap fill. Lowest I'm looking at is 230 as far as short term, but as far as long term, I do expect Boeing to start heading towards this gap fill at around 244, 245. Okay, so again, triple top here, triple bottom here. Have I been saying triple top the whole time? Probably have, but triple bottom here. I would like to see a break above the 200 daily SMA, which is at 214. We mount it. We head towards 218. We break above 218. I do believe we'll see bigger moves on Boeing. Not only that, but Boeing has been absolutely getting destroyed by news lately. So I would look out for some type of good news overnight, maybe tonight, maybe whatever. Okay, so be on the lookout for some news on Boeing. I do think it does look good for some upside. Okay, last stock I'm going to look at or go over is Tesla. I went over this last video. Congratulations if you got in on Tesla. I told you it wasn't clickbait. I said it. I said it was not clickbait. If we're looking at the weekly chart, again, this is 100% a bull flag. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand some YouTubers who are just in complete denial, or maybe they just don't understand how bull flags work. So this is 100% a bull flag. If you want to, maybe you're like, maybe your trend lines are off. If you want to use the regression channel, which is a trading view tool, all you do is start at the top of the flagpole for the bull flag, and then you end at the bottom of the flag. And boom, there you go. Bull flag, people. Okay. So Tesla, this is 100% a bull flag. Not understanding what's so hard to understand about this or why it wouldn't be a bull flag. 200 daily SMA does not invalidate a weekly pattern. And even if we're below the 200 weekly SMA, that just makes this pattern much stronger. So, in order to understand how bull flags work, we have to understand that the this is going to sound weird, but the longer the flagpole on the bull flag is, the more extended the actual flag will be. Okay. Again, the longer the flagpole is, pause, the more extended the flag will be on the bull flag or even the bear flag. So we see that example here, down here for Tesla. What am I doing? Here we go. So we see that example here. It's not going to be perfect, but this is 100% a bull flag as well. But you see that example down here. Okay. Again, the longer the flagpole is, the more extended the actual flag is. Okay, so you see this, you see it, look back to back. Okay, so if that's not a bull flag, I don't know what is, but a YouTuber went back and I got back and forth with a YouTuber about it, and 100% he didn't know what he was talking about. I'm sorry, it's okay to be wrong. I actually think they're great, but 100% wrong. And as you guys can see, like I said in the last video, we rejected. We can actually go to a smaller time frame because this weekly candle isn't done. But as you guys can see, we rejected the bottom of the flag. Okay, even if my trend line is my channel is slightly off, and you want to go by the regression channel, we rejected the bottom of the flag. So what is the bottom of the flag? The bottom of the flag is 175. We rejected 175, 177, and 180. And now we have closed above our key level of 180 on Tesla. I think Tesla is ready to keep going. Next key level I'm looking at on Tesla is 188. And after that, I'm looking at a move towards 190, or a break and retest above 190. If we get a retest above 190, I'm looking at a move towards 194, which was our pivot level, I believe. And then I'm looking at a move towards 196, 197, which I think could happen easy if we break above 194. But overall, the ultimate move I'm looking at as far as Tesla goes is 230. Okay, 230 is where our 200 daily SMA is. We have yet to retest it. I went over this last video. We broke below it. We have yet to retest our 200 daily SMA. The 200 daily SMA does not invalidate a weekly pattern. Okay, YouTuber said this. I don't understand that. A daily SMA does not invalidate anything the weekly does. That's ridiculous. Sounds crazy. All right. So again, Tesla. Congratulations if you got into Tesla. We did 200 calls for next week on Tesla at around 180. Yeah. So once we got back above 180 this morning, I alerted to the Discord to do 200 calls on Tesla heading into next week, and so far we're up a good amount. I told small accounts to start trimming or collect 40% profit. So congratulations if you did that. But if you're still in Tesla, again, I think it's still going to head higher. So pay attention to the news on Tesla. Looks really, really good. Again, this is a bull flag. I don't know how it's not a bull flag. Okay, if you look at the cues, same thing. Same thing. The more extended the flagpole is, pause, the more extended the actual flag is, and then you break out. Okay. SMAs do not invalidate patterns. Why? Because they're in reversal patterns. They're called reversal patterns for a reason. So if a bull flag is below the 200 daily SMA, is still a reversal pattern. If anything, that just makes it a stronger pattern. So just keep that in mind when you're watching these other YouTubers. It's okay not to know everything. I don't expect every trader to know everything. I don't know everything, but it's also okay to learn new things and be okay with that. And it's okay to be wrong sometimes. So again, I'll probably make a video on how to trade these patterns and things like that. But again, we tend to forget that these patterns are reversal patterns. Okay. You go up in an upwards trend, you start making a downwards trend, you start making lower highs and lower lows. And guess what? You see this, and it's signs of a potential reversal that's about to happen. And what do you get? A reversal. Same thing on Tesla. Because some reason I can't compare Tesla to QQs. A pattern on, I don't know. But anyway, again, reversal pattern. Okay. Despite the 200 daily SMA breaking through it for whatever, I don't know how relevant that's supposed to be, but despite that, it's still a reversal pattern, and it's showing signs that a potential reversal is going to happen on Tesla. All right. So that's my thoughts. Hopefully you guys got something out this video. Like, subscribe, comment. If you're interested in the Discord, if you're interested in my signals, Discord link is in the description below. If you're having a hard time drawing out patterns like these, Chart Prime link is in the description below. They have great indicators, trend lines, uh, supply and demand, order blocks, whatever you need to help you be a better trader. They have it. Okay, I think it's one of the best indicators in the game. So check that out in the link description below. Other than that, that's really all I have. Till then, have a good one, traders.